Hey, well, you look a little lost. What's going on? Are you thinking? Wow, what's on your mind? Are you thinking about The Weeknd? Why are you thinking about The Weeknd? You literally never do anything. The Weeknd! The singer! Alright, the guy behind some of our favorite songs like Blinding Lights, Starboy, Save Your Tears. Great stuff. Yet you look so lost. Just like me yesterday, when I sat through the entire season of The Idol. The show that The Weeknd executively produced and acted in. And you know what? I enjoyed it. For the wrong reasons, maybe, but I enjoyed it. And I'm gonna walk you through it today. If you're a fan of The Weeknd, listen, I like this guy. I like his music, I do. And I can't hear it anymore. I can't listen to it the same way anymore. His show, 365 Days, is honestly, it's literally 365 days. The show is The Idol, not 365 days up there. But it's literally 365 days trying to be deeper and just not coming through. And what's so funny about this show is that it's been done twice. There's two versions of it. One that was directed by Amy and another by Sam. Amy's version was through the female gaze. It was a very different version of the show that The Weeknd didn't exactly like as the producer of the show. I guess he just didn't think it was sensual enough, you know? So really hit us with a lot in this show. Let me walk you through it. Okay, let me tell you how this thing starts. Opening scene, welcome to the show, bam, nudity. She's having a spicy nude shoot. And then she naps.
Time to get up, Joss.
Nude. And then she wakes up to continue the nude shoot. Which gets rudely interrupted.
I'm sorry.
By her intimacy coordinator.
Can I just get 1 second? No.
He asserts too much nude.
According to the nudity writer, we only can show the side boob.
Too much nude.
Her areola is clearly visible.
She doesn't like that.
What are we talking about? I'm not allowed. It is my body.
I want to be nude!
It's also my boob and my house.
But what we're seeing is a bigger dilemma happening in the backgrounds of the nude shoot.
This photo just leaked.
What is it?
Honey has come. What?
The grave news her agents received that guess what? Her nudes leaked.
Someone came on her face and then took a photo.
Well, just based on the period of the time. What's going on?
Nothing, we just...
Nudes. We just walked in here. Like we just got here. And the entire first like 20-30 minutes of the episode were about nudes or a variation of nudes, all right? Her team is panicking.
From the show. That looks great. Does she know about this? Okay. Really? What were you guys talking about out there?
Okay, they're scrambling. They're all over the place, right in front of her, all right? But they don't want to tell her.
Sure, it's been a lot today.
Is everything okay?
So no one's told her about the photo yet?
But they're right in front of her.
She's doing great.
Look at that.
But they think they're slick with it. And she finds out eventually. She says she had a feeling something was wrong.
I knew it. I just had a feeling something was going on.
It's not like everybody was literally talking about it around her the whole time. They were right to be scared.
I'm just worried she's having another psychotic break.
For her reaction. They were all so worried about how she was gonna take it.
I mean, I feel like it could be a lot worse. Yeah. Right?
Okay, I'm just gonna go clubbing, you know?
What's the name of that club?
Clubbing she went. That's where she meets The Weeknd, or Tedros in the show, where he tells her he loves her within minutes of meeting her.
How can anyone not fall in love with you?
Hey, how are you? I'm Tedros, and I'm in love with you. They're making out. Things are quickly escalating intimately. They're almost gonna have...
Welcome to my channel.
But then her friend/assistant walks in, searching for her, and rudely interrupts them.
She's gone.
But then her search is also interrupted by guess what?
You wanna dance?
I'm looking for,
Set. Woo, what a journey. What a journey. Plot? I don't know. I was too distracted by the nudes and the... So far, it felt like whoever did this, The Weeknd, was just extremely horny. And knowing that there are two versions of this, you know, and it was going one direction, and then The Weeknd was like, no, I want to go a different creative direction. Makes it feel like, you know, it was very deliberate. I guess initially it just wasn't horny enough. And this is like what we've got so far. Just literally reminded me of 365 Days. I'm not joking. But now that her friend was busy getting down and dirty, gave Joss, or Jocelyn, who is played by Lily Rose Depp, that one-on-one time that she needed with The Weeknd, Tedros, where she told him he clearly has never worked in the music industry.
Well, you obviously don't work in the music industry.
You know, they say this show was supposed to be packed with satire. I feel like that was probably one of the only satirical things I, could point out. You know, oh, you're telling The Weeknd is that's fun. That's funny. But then remember, he is the executive producer. And so he sort of validates himself when he told her, you got the best job in the world.
Got the best job in the world.
Bombastic side eye.
Well, the validation doesn't stop there, though. Because after her extremely brief encounter with this man,
I like you.
I like you too.
she goes home and she can't stop thinking about him. She is obsessing over him on that couch. Oh, baby, I want you so bad. Baby. Ego project. She is head over heels for this guy. And then for the first time in the first episode, we have a normal scene where Joss is just talking to her friend, you know?
You know, like, you want to dance to it, yeah, but I just feel like
She's not choking herself over the thought of Tedros. She's not craving him. Everyone is fully clothed in the scene. And then she mentions she wants to invite him over.
I think I'm gonna invite Tedros over.
I hate his vibe.
So disturbing.
Girl, same. And y'all, that man came and that door opened and he was stood there like the bubonic plague when those gates open, trying to take over this house. Bestie opens the door, his creepy ass gives her a kiss.
Hi.
Which she says, thank you.
Thank you for that.
And he's smiling at her and there's creepy music in the back, oh my gosh. Well, I think he was supposed to look hot in this. The end goal here was for him to kind of come off as sexy, I think. Because you know how people obsess over the villain? Oh, he's so hot, villains are hot. I think that was meant for him to look seductive. You're supposed to look at this and gulp. So hot. But we're gulping for a different reason. Yeah, he started smelling the pillows. Girl, same. Then he did his little slide. I don't know what the fuck that was, honestly. It's his suave, all right? But his suave is short-lived because man's had something stuck in his throat. We had to watch him cough up a hairball for a minute. I don't know what the creative decision was behind that shot, but it's not hot.
Hello, Angel. Hello, Angel. Hello, Angel.
Then honestly, I don't know how he got here, but he wraps her head around some cloth and proceeds to suffocate her.
Now you can sing.
But somehow it inspired her. She realized she doesn't really love her music. She wants it to be a little bit more intimate. And you know what? The Weeknd helped her get there. So together they redo the song and she's so excited about it, she shows it to the team.
Okay, who knows why we've been summoned?
To their horror, she performs. Oh my god, what the fuck was that? What was that? Y'all, it's atrocious. It's atrocious and everybody's sitting there, taking it. You can't really say anything, you're just looking at it, it's yeah. You're doing great, sweetie. You know?
I mean, okay, I'll go first. I mean, it's not happening.
She doesn't listen, no.
And now you're going to sit here and tell me that it's not me. I don't like it.
Haters, hater.
Well, that's too bad. It's too f***ing late.
She's gonna continue making a song out of her moans. Words? What are those? Words. What happened to words? What happened to humming? Her mind goes somewhere at the sound of her moans. Tedros. She chokes herself again at the thought of The Weeknd. executive producer of the show. Sorry, just want to remind you, it's the weekend Riz. All right, you know, getting braids, checking out your nails at the club. What a daddy, what a daddy. But we find out he's not just a daddy, he's a baddie. Because apparently he's sort of playing them. And it all begins with Diane.
That it would be good for the club.
Her friend and backup dancer, who he's apparently in a relationship with.
It's great for the club.
And through her help, he managed to get Joss into his club to begin his master plan. It's a little conspiracy. Because apparently he's got a cult too. It's a whole thing. He tases his little sadistic cult sometimes.
Lower, Isaac.
Sing.
Lower thrust.
I don't know where it came from. Honestly, it's kind of all over the place. The show, if I'm being honest, it was a little hard to follow, so I'm gonna try and like rearrange it for you. Anyway, Joss is in a bad place. The star, all right? She's in a bad place. She can't even record a music video properly.
Stop it! Cut it, cut it, cut it!
To be a star, you're gonna have to push through the pain.
And her agents, they're getting, you know, restless. They're impatient.
No, we have to move on.
They're like, we can't keep putting up with you anymore, all right? So they spot a little gem. A hidden gem, Diane, her backup dancer.
Okay, yeah, no, you're incredible.
And instead, they sign her in Joss's place. Record label lady signs Diane.
Welcome, welcome to Magistrate Records.
Not only that, but she gives her Joss's song.
You're better than me.
Maybe. Nobody's a better than you.
Oh, this is so sweet. This is the sweetest thing you can say to someone. Oh, that's what you should say, like, in your wedding vows. My love, nobody's a better than you. Aw, so cute. When he finds out Diana's getting signed, he goes,
Gay wants to sign me.
Great. I can finally get that return on you.
excuse me, what do you mean? He did a great job at being unlikable, if I'm being honest. But also in a not very believable way. Because, like, he hasn't convinced me that this is what he's like. He's, like, really pretending to be someone he's not, you know? Which is not what you want to feel when somebody's acting. The whole pretending to be someone you're not really coming through is very apparent in the next few scenes. She invites him over again. He comes by, thankfully this time in a car, so he's not standing at the gate like a creep. They did a few things, you know? There was a naked lady playing piano at one point. Who is this? I literally don't know. Then weird scenes, it was like a fever dream. Absolute fever dream. Like she's literally telling him what would happen at the music video shoot where she had a really bad, rough day.
What happened?
I was at my music video shoot and
this is literally these are the visuals that we're seeing.
I started crying a little bit and then
like, I don't know. Why does everything have to be so overtly sexualized? I don't know. He came with his entire clique, his entire cult, right? And one of them is the guy that her bestie/assistant is interested in.
How did you get here?
I followed you home.
This guy. And so when they're together and they're, you know, sort of going down and dirty on each other, she stops and she asks him, she's like, I'm gonna interrogate you now.
how did you meet Tedros?
How do you know Tedros? Guess what? This little chance for the weekend's ego project here. He goes,
he's very godly.
He's very godly. He's godly. It's just a little awkward if I'm being honest. Like, I know that they're trying to make him seem like, you know, the cult leader. So that's why they would say he's very godly, because they're like a cult. But I don't know, just knowing that he wrote that, like, about himself, I don't know, it's just weird, you know? Anyway, The Weeknd blindfolds her, gasps, and then asks her to turn around to see those titties.
Yeah, alright, turn around. Let me see those titties.
Let me see those titties. See those titties. It's the vibe. It just gives off. Oh my god.
You look like a tree.
Oh my god.
Imagine my tongue on your pussy.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I'm sorry.
I wanna grab you by the abs while I suffocate you with my cock. Need a choke on it.
Is that energy you get from someone that's like a catfish and talks so big and dirty over text, and then when it comes down to the real thing, they really underperform? That's the energy this gives, you know? Like, I'm gonna do this to you. I'm gonna, like, do that to you. I'm gonna do this, and that to you. And then they show up, they're like, where's my hug? It's giving, you know, when a where's my hug kind of guy gets really horny. That's just what this is. While I suffocate you with my cock, I'm gonna grab you by the ass while I suffocate you with the cock.
Let me just suck my cock.
That just gave me goosebumps, y'all. I think I suffered a spinal injury.
You can stretch that tiny little pussy.
Also, remember that random naked girl that was playing piano? Apparently she's watching them do the dirty from the closet now. And guess what? She then started to like feel herself.
Oh yeah, just like that.
Over the voice of none other than our Ego Project's creator, The Weeknd. Everyone is so fucking horny for this man. He's so bad. The Riz is just insane. You know, the Riz that everybody's seeing except the audience. The entire cast is head over heels for this guy. But the audience, us, we just don't see it. So, there's a problem. You seen that video of the turtles? The breeding turtles? That's The Weeknd right now. He's a wheezing turtle. And then that girl that was watching them in the room, she starts playing piano again. This time, fully dressed. And that's when Joss finally realizes and goes, wait a minute.
Who is that?
I'll tell you who that is. That girl is one of the members of his cult. And they're all basically super talented people that apparently, Tedros, The Weeknd, he just wanted to use Joss and her fame to push his own talent forward, the cult. From this point forward, Joss and Tedros, their relationship just gives me the ick. I mean, it did before, but this time it's so corny. Unauthentic, you know? Like, the opposite of what acting is supposed to make you feel. Joss did great, though. Like, Lily Rose Depp, I think she carried the show. But The Weeknd, man, like, you're a great singer, you know? Like, let's, like, not, like, you know.
You see that young lady over there? Got anything in the store as beautiful as she is?
Boy, bye. Boy, get out. Get out of here.
It's so fucking sexy. I just want to tear this right off.
And then he gets all mad, territorial, like a lion.
Nope. Sure? Nope.
Are these a 7? Yes, I believe so.
No, it's trash. What's up with this guy over here? What's his story?
It's great, he's been with us for a while, yeah.
Give me that guy.
Best part was how he stuttered.
Let me catch you looking at her again. Let me catch you looking at her again. Let me catch you looking at her again. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not. I can catch you looking at her again. I can drag you down Rodeo while your fucking ass just fucking stomp your fucking curb stomp. I'm sorry. I'll fucking curb stomp you. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what.
Like, this was supposed to be his moment. Okay, this was supposed to be where we go, oh man, I want daddy to stand up for me like that. I want daddy to get jealous over me like that. You know, that was the vibe the audience was supposed to get from this. Instead, the vibe it gave off was very different. It was very... He even slaps the chef at one point. He runs the show.
I'm running the show now.
And for some reason, he got so deeply offended when she called him gay.
I think you're gay.
I ain't gay.
So he slapped her too. But in a different kind of way. That's not where the ick really is. It's in how he carries himself and how he talks to her.
I had its moment. I'm not sure I'm gonna bring it
Gives
up.
a fuck.
It's actually humiliating.
Why?
Why are you talking to me like I'm like new to the music industry?
Don't be rude. What was the last song you wrote, Josh? What was that, like a year ago? Year and a half?
All right, especially when she opens up about her mom.
I don't really feel like talking about it in front of everyone.
Too late.
Apparently her mom used to hit her with a hairbrush.
Hitting me with a hairbrush.
And his solution was to do the same thing to her, to motivate her or something. And so he was like,
You still got that hairbrush?
yeah, I'm gonna motivate you now. No joke. In front of everybody was watching. That energy, you know, just sitting on the chair like he owns and runs the place. And
Dr. Sugarman is at 1 p.m. and then at 2 p.m. we have a...
Not 1 p.m. Cancel that.
feels like you could hurt his feelings so easily. You know, I don't know if that was like part of the genius of The Weeknd's actual performance or if it was just not him performing well enough, you know, like that's what I'm struggling with, you know. Was it actually, I don't know don't know, but it felt like he could easily hurt his feelings, you know? Which is incoherent with his character overall. So there was this weird like vibe about him that it just didn't convince me, all right? But anyway, in the 4th episode, we find out quite a lot about Tedros. Apparently he's got a very dark, twisted past involving his ex.
He's a bad motherfucker.
Apparently he kidnapped her and tortured her and all that, so.
This motherfucker kidnapped his ex. Crazy wild.
Tortured her.
Yikes, you know. Steer clear. Daddy the Baddie's actually pretty bad. Managers, they decide they gotta team up and remove this malignant creature from the house.
You go to the house, you be the eyes and ears.
Because now he's moved in, and his cult's all over the house. Chloe's there.
Hi. I'm Chloe.
Naked girl from the piano. Just creepy. Just really creepy stuff. And then there's more of him just not convincing me, you know?
Shut the f up! I'm trying to hear it. That's why you guys came, right? To hear the song?
That's why you guys came to hear the song. This is not convincing me. I don't know. It's like, it's not you, Pookie.
We can just play this song.
Leia, shut the f up, Leia!
Pookie, why are you yelling? It's not like you. That's just a vibe because I feel like I just want to hold him and be like, Pookie. I don't know. It's just not giving. Oh, like, you know, convict, was in prison a few times, got out, like, bad man. No, it's giving Pookie. Pookie, who hurt you? Anyway, the manager who broke in the house to study the situation, she ends up hearing the song that they've been working on because like now he's helping her make songs, right? She says it's just not quite there.
Go there, go all the way there.
But he knows exactly how to get her there.
So what's going on with this Tedros guy?
Yeah. It's just so uncomfortable. Honestly, the whole thing is just so uncomfortable. And at this point, Troye Sivan, who by the way, did so good in this show, in my opinion, like he was playing Xander, he let us in on a little snippet here that was kind of like foreshadowing that perhaps we got it all wrong. Maybe she's actually manipulative, not him. Maybe he thought he was in control, Tedros, of the house, but in truth, Joss was just playing him all along. Maybe she was actually the one in control, you know?
You don't understand the f***ing years that this just taken from me.
Interesting twist, finally. Gave it a little bit of a plot, because so far there was like, not much really. Just a lot of like, explicit scenes, if I'm being honest. Anyways, he continues to run the place, and it gets to a point where he yells and attacks her bestie slash assistant and says, "You're ruining the f***ing night."
You're ruining the whole f***ing night, kid. Oh, come on.
Are you f***ing serious?
Austin, it's alright.
And then she goes to sit with Chloe instead of actually sitting with her assistant, who is just like, is hurt? No, she just sits with someone else. Like, how, make it make sense. Like, why are you sitting with her? But that was when she found out that Diane and Tedros had a little thing going on. She was the other woman.
When Tedros told Diane to bring you to the club.
Diane walks over, says hi. Tears are flowing down Jocelyn's face.
You okay?
You okay? Yeah. Clearly not. But Diane wasn't asking. Okay, she goes, I have to tell you something.
So I feel like I have to tell you something.
You feel bad? Well, I'm about to make you feel worse. I just stole your career.
Nikki asked me to step in and perform world-class center.
So then there was this weird thing where she invited her ex for no reason to make him jealous, I guess, or...
You met the Kung Fu Master here?
No.
And then they did this thing where they destroyed the ex's life. I literally didn't understand what that part was for. It was like a complete unnecessary addition to the plot that barely was existing. At this point, she's done with Tedros. She's done with it.
You wanna kill the soul in the room?
I'm done with you.
Sounds good, bring it back. I wanna hear that part again.
You know, I think you should go.
She just cuts him off. She says he's served his purpose.
Well, you've served your purpose.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a self-portrait now? Oh, you're just singing about yourself in this song? Is that what
I'm
you're saying?
singing about my experiences, my feelings, and what I've been through.
Really? Yeah. Oh, your feelings? Yeah.
Literally the energy of this.
You wanted to find a way into my life. You wanted me to hear your artists. I did. They can stay. You, on the other hand, can go.
She ended him.
Shut the fuck up!
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
And then she adopted the talent instead. Him being the cult leader suddenly got evicted, you know?
Come and you just swoop down and you just fucking take it.
You are a sweaty, drunken, fucking pathetic mess.
And she became the cult leader instead. And everybody continues to end him. Everybody.
That psychopath is out of our lives.
Oh, yeah, got rid of him.
God, that fucking Ganef.
They did everything needed to send him away. She wanted him out of her life. And then 6 weeks later, time of her tour, super successful tour, she sold out the entire stadium. Her and her little cultist talent, all right? She had a sudden change of heart. And she invited him.
I'm really glad you came.
To the stadium because she wants to introduce the world to the love of her life.
To introduce you to the love of my life.
That she literally ended 6 weeks ago. Oh, all of a sudden, okay? She asks him to come up on stage.
Tedros, will you please join us?
Mans was just as confused as we are. He walked up on that stage. He was so lost. Mans was about to fist pump her. You know, he was walking up there like, what's going on? He's back, yeah, but this time, she turned him into her bitch.
You're mine. Now go stand over there.
Okay, nice. So what was like the moral of the story? Like, what was the story? Oh boy, oh my God, what was that? Like, what was that? I don't know, what was that? Honestly, what was that? You know, I'm bewildered. It was a roller coaster, you know? If it wasn't nudity, it was if it wasn't sex, it was nudity. Easy. And to think now, that this show was going in a very different direction, and it could have, and honestly, it's a good show. Like, it would have been such an amazing show if it went in a slightly different direction that wasn't so overtly sexualized, in my opinion, you know? Everything was so overtly sexualized. And it was like some of these actors and actresses' first big break, and knowing that that was a choice, a deliberate choice, you know, in the creative process of creating this show. They had the option not to, and they had a possible show that was not like that. That was more Hannah Montana-esque, apparently. It was more, you know, normal, I guess. And now it's just with creepy fantasy, you know, like this creepy sexual fantasy. That's what this whole thing felt like someone's sexual fantasy. You know, and that someone very much could be the executive producer of the show. So could it be The Weeknd was trying to fulfill his fantasy? I don't know, man. It's just a little, damn. What? What a show, man. What a show. Can we get a season 2? Wow. What are your thoughts? Let me know. Do you think Amy's version through the female gaze could have potentially been better? Let me know down in the comments below. My camera died.